Welcome back to the Daughters of the Moon podcast. Both Mom and I are glad you can join us today, and we're thrilled to welcome back Patti Negri to the Daughters of the Moon. Patti first joined us on episode 130, A Journey into Witchcraft, and now the beloved Good Witch of Hollywood returns to share more of her wisdom, magic, and intuitive insight. A celebrated psychic medium, author, and modern-day witch, Patti is best known for her reoccurring role in Discovery Channel's hit series Ghost Adventures, with her television and streaming appearances reaching over 1 billion views worldwide. She's the Parapod Awards Best TV Psychic 2023 and Best Psychic Podcast 2024, and the international best-selling author of The Old World Magic for the Modern World. Host of The Witching Hour, Patti works spans film, radio, film, and television, collaborating with everyone from top creators to Hollywood legends. Voted #1 psychic medium and magical practitioner worldwide, she blends ancient wisdom with everyday empowerment, helping others create lives filled with intention, balance, and a touch of enchantment. We're so happy to have her back in our circle. So welcome, Patti.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. That is so nice. She sounds fabulous. Like, I want to meet her. No, thank
You are fabulous. So
you.
yes.
I just like people.
Yeah. People are good.
People
So-
are good. We get so cranky. And we're quirky. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. We are.
That's right. We all have our things. So, and yeah, so we decided as a jumping off point, we're going to talk about your new book that you just put out.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yes. Called Dollcraft. I think I have a early copy here. What I did with this book, it's half about haunted dolls, because there's the group behind me, and they're so popular now, as we know. Everybody's a doll collector. I mean, dolls have always been popular. Every culture, every religion, belief system, but not like now because of Hollywood and conjuring and regular people, not the spiritual. Everybody wants a haunted doll. I know more. Oh, this is telling me to call you.
Already there.
Yeah, so there is a proper, if you have a truly haunted doll, there is a kind of a proper care and feeding. They can drain your energy at very least. So I wanted half of the book about that. And then half of the book about puppets. I wanted to bring my witchcraft. What this really does, I've been a doll collector since birth. I was probably in my mom's womb, and she had a collection for me. If I turn my camera around, there's hundreds of eyes staring at me, mostly Barbies. I've been a Barbie collector. Which none of my Barbies have ever been haunted. I think because she's such the goddess herself. But I'm not that you can. I show people how you can call in a thing. But
Right.
the thing that brought together my paranormal ghost hunter world and my magical spiritual witchy world is dolls. So I thought the book to combine the two of them would be perfect. At least that's what brings me together. So it's fun. So Poppets on how to make everything from, paper napkin puppets to traditional to edible to clay. How to use them for positive sympathetic magic. So that's it. It's always so hard to do. It was trying to get a little bit of everything in, and then yet keep it a small size, because I don't like to carry around big books thing. And honored to be with Llewellyn. So it's been doing really well. It just got released this summer, the end of this summer.
Beautiful.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm intrigued where you said about the care and feeding of haunted dolls. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, because because they're an embodied spirit coming into your home. Everybody worries about the haunted thing and this and that, but everybody wants a haunted doll, and everybody kind of wants a spooky haunted doll. A positive haunted doll is just as spooky and fun as a negative haunted doll, but it's not going to drain your energy or make you sick and stuff. So I wanted, again, we're playing with spirits bringing into your home, and then somebody going to stick it in their kids' room or in their bedroom, even places like, no, have it somewhere more protected. So and again, having a positive, when I first got Belle, again, always been a doll girl and a doll collector, and then became an expert in the paranormal version of it, again, just along the way being the doll girl. And once I did the Ghost Adventures, actually it was a Ghost Adventure spin-off called Deadly Possessions, where I actually did a seance with Peggy the Doll, who is one of the world's most haunted. She's literally given 2 people heart attacks just
Wow.
looking at pictures of her. So they'd flown me in and flown in Peggy before Zach had owned her. And this one girl figured that if I could handle Peggy the doll, I could handle this girl, Belle, who's this little girl in burgundy behind me, anybody who's on the visual side of things, who had made her and her daughter like sick for 3 years. I'm like, yeah, send her to me. The doll, the second she arrived, was crazy. I had never done a Facebook Live before, and I was just drawn. I'm going to put this on Facebook Live. Don't know why. We had 50,000 views. I don't have that many followers. It was the doll. It was not me. I haven't had since before or after. The doll pulled them in, but opening her up, she had such a dark energy. I honestly would not let the sun set without banishing the dark spirit. I just intuitively knew that there was a beautiful spirit inside of that couldn't get out because of the negative outer shell, so to speak. So I banished it, and then within a few days, this sweet little girl spirit who's become now an integral, happy part of my family. And you could tell, even just by your animals and little kids. At first, my dog and my cat would not go near her, just like, just, and then closer and closer. Now they roll up, at her feet and like to sit here. Test that hasn't been taught out of them yet. Yeah. But even when I got rid of the bad spirit, she drained people's energy terribly. I had to keep a little satchel of the herb rue in her hand, which drew that out. But people just don't know that. They wonder why they're sick and argumentative and cranky. It's the doll, or it's whatever haunted thing. So that's why I wanted to just cover all angles with the book on the haunted doll part.
Yeah, so, I love that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So what is it you put in her hand?
Rue, the herb rue.
Okay.
That really, because somebody would walk in, especially if they were somebody in not good health or something, they would get exhausted. And as soon as I put that in her hand, I mean, there's all the traditional ways. People have their salt or cascarilla powder. All of that works great, but rue works really great to pull that drain out and for protection.
Oh, cool. Good to know.
Yeah. So how do dolls become haunted? Like, could I have a doll in my house that could just become haunted, or is there some situation that has to happen for them to be?
Many ways, just like with anything else. If you are a disembodied spirit and you're looking for a vessel, they don't have to have a vessel, but say you're looking for a vessel, you could go in a water bottle or something with eyes and a nose and a face. I personally would choose something with eyes and a nose and a face, because then you could wink at people and change your expression, energetically. Even though this porcelain face that's 100 years old doesn't physically change, everybody can tell her mood, person after person after person. So it may not be the same in a water bottle or a toaster. Not that they can go into the toaster, and I've seen it, but I was. So that's one way a spirit can choose to do in it. And another way is what I even think with Belle is that she belonged to a sickly little girl who I think died young, and her spirit just put the spirit into the doll itself. She maybe loved that doll so much it became part of her. Yeah. And another way to do it is call in the spirit. And I have a chapter on that in my book. Because of the popularity, there's not saying you can't get a legitimate one on eBay or social or online, but be wary of some sellers got like 1,000 haunted dolls listed, and they all have this beautiful long story of how that's like, maybe they're just a really good writer, and they got it at the Goodwill and paid $3 and they're charging you hundreds. Again, not saying there aren't real ones, there are, but really check out your sources, check out the reviews, check out the sellers. Yeah. But I teach you can call in the spirit yourself if you're magically oriented in any way, which I'd say most of the people listening to your podcast are. We can invite in spirits. You never want to command or demand anything, but there is disembodied spirits out there that might like to come into this vessel that you have, whether it's your favorite childhood doll or a toy or something new you want to go get.
Right.
Interesting. So then do you have a relationship with these dolls? Like, do you talk to them? Do they I mean, I know, but can you interact with them, I guess is.
Yes, you can. You completely can. Like with Belle, again, my little girl behind me, I have a cute little antique rocking chair for her. One of my best friends gave me. It was his when he was a kid. And it looks so cute in my living room with Belle sitting there in her little Victorian dress that matches my living room. She was so agitated being there because we don't sit in my living room very often. She wants to be down here in my crowded little office where I'm here day and night, where she could be on camera with me day and night, where she could look at people, pull camera, pull focus of my classes. And she's much happier here. They let you know. And again, a positive haunted doll, if you want all the spooky, like I hear the doll running around upstairs and there's nobody upstairs, or, the energetic moving things around, that what spirits can do, a positive one will just be just as fun spooky as a negative one, again, without the negative effects.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I would prefer the positive effect if I was to have one, right? Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so the Poppets, for anybody that doesn't know what they are, can you sort of explain a little bit about what they are and what they're used for?
Poppets are little magical dolls used for magic, for sympathetic magic. A lot of people confuse them with voodoo dolls, and there's a lot of similarity to it. And Poppets, of course, can be used for positive or negative, but why would you use them for negative? You can get everything you want using for positive without any karmic kickback. So you can make yourself, this is my personal Poppet, which is just a little gingerbread Poppet. It represents me because it has the little necklace that I always have on. You put your little tag locks in it, a piece of your hair or something, a personal thing, or signs and things. So say if I fell down and hit my head and I got a bit of a headache, I might do acupuncture on my Poppet, which people, stick a little needle in her head. Oh, my headache goes away. She will take things on. If you're doing a protection tag, a Poppet for you, your kids, your pets, put them safely away in a shoebox with salt or on your altar. So again, they're sympathetic. You could do money Poppets, love Poppets, joy, health, happiness Poppets. Again, you can make them out of material. You can make them out of clay. You can bury them out of seed paper. I tried to get really creative in the edible ones and corn dolly ones. Again, and it's the intent that you put into them, and you could stuff them with herbs and oils and crystals, and intent and sigils and symbols. They're so magical and they're so powerful. It's great. And you have something tangible in your hand.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it something that you can gift to someone, or is this more as a personal thing?
You can gift to someone. I think it's better as a personal thing. But say if you have a loved one, an uncle, a grandma, or something, and they're having some health issues, you can create them a health or stability or thing. It'll work better if you have their permission, or ask them, hey, grandma, I want to make you a little magical doll that will give you some strength and energy. Is it okay? And when she says, okay, again, you've got their input, but sometimes maybe they're incapable of it, or the communication, or don't understand. I think, again, so long as it's a positive forward moving thing, I think you can. But again, ask your friend. It's like, hey, I know you're having money issues for your birthday. Can I make you a money Poppet? They're going to say, heck yes. Or you're looking for a lover. Can I make you a nice little red and pink love Poppet? Yeah, they would. And then you've got permissions all around.
Yeah.
And the universe will work that much faster.
Very good.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Cool.
Yeah. I love that you get all these experiences that you've been, right, to see, Peggy the Doll and all these different ones, and you've had that interaction and be able to do that. So what's the craziest thing that you've ever seen when it comes to dolls and having that experience?
I think it's so cute. I think it's with actually Annabelle, the big Annabelle of all the Conjuring movies. And I was pretty much almost everywhere she toured last year, her final tour, because now my friends have the Warren estate. Elton Castay, who I work with all the time, Matt Rife, the comedian, who is a seasoned paranormal investigator, not just a comedian. He was the funniest. I worked with him. I knew he was the funniest investigator out there. It's like I'm practically peeing my pants, rolling on the floor in the world's most scariest place. And then I found out, he's a stand-up, and now since then he's blown up. But he really is an experienced, passionate paranormal guy. But the last tour before they bought it, or I had just bought it, I was on almost every event. And I was at one place, I don't even know where we were. And the only thing that divided me between me and Annabelle and all the other haunted items at the Warren Museum was a little curtain, like a little convention curtain. And I was like, no one's going to come up to my table to look at my books because it's so negative. It's so icky. So I did all this warding and protecting, and it worked again, because, you know, energetically we do things as much as the salt and everything else. It got so good. I ended up dancing with her the rest of the night. But then on the next time we were, I wanted to talk to her. She got mischievous at night. Like, she literally travels with a priest and a whole team who know how to love her and take care of her and respect her. But like, they'll have it all day, and at night she's messing things up on the display. So that next time I was with her, I felt maybe a little negativity oozing off. So I asked the priest who travels with her, Father Bob. He was there to give people blessings, whatever they need. So I thought, yeah, Father Bob, I would love one of your blessings after seeing her. And he's so cute because he knows I'm a witch, I'm a pagan. All he goes, almost apologetically, he's like, it's going to be a Catholic blessing. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, that's what I would want. I want a Catholic blessing from you. I would want no other blessing from you. So, and it was beautiful. It's like, I work across the board.
I'm open to anything.
I'm open to anything. So yeah, but I think she is in good. But that was my goofiest one, because just like with anybody, you have people that you want to spend time with sometimes, you don't want to spend time with them other times.
Yeah.
Same with the spirit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually I was surprised, I think, when I had heard that Matt Rife was that. I was like, isn't he a comedian? like it kind of, I guess people don't know that side of him, or I certainly didn't. So
Right.
They did. Yeah. And I didn't know the stand-up, though he's been doing that since he was a kid too. But I'd already done many investigations with him when I saw that, you know, he's getting Netflix specials. It's like, oh my God, he's the guy that we did the Cecil Hotel with and the aircraft carrier in Northern California with, and make me laugh no matter where we are, you know.
yeah.
He's a sweetheart too. He's good, but they know what they're doing. She will be well cared for.
That's good. That's really good to hear, because I think when you've got that energy that's out there, you need that in the hands of somebody that understands and can work with that energy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just for your average Joe to all of a
No,
sudden take that over.
And again, you have to have the knowledge of it, and again, the respect for it and understanding, and they do. The guys do.
Right.
And it's great too, because they're allowing the Warren legacy to live on as well, right? Because they were profound at what they did. So
yes, and they have complete respect for that. You know, they actually, I would think, were the owners when she was doing most of that tour, and long before people knew it. And they worked with Dan, who, you know, has passed on, and they worked with everybody at Warren. So, and I know how much work they're putting into the Warren estate now, because they're dear friends of mine, with Ginger and Elton all there. So again, the Warren estate's in good hands, and the Warren estate actually contacted them when it was time to sell.
Very nice.
That's amazing. And so what else is coming up new for you in this next little while?
I am getting ready to really hit the road a lot. Lots of big conventions and investigations and things. I just got back yesterday from the funnest thing. I don't know when this is airing or anything like that. It was Super Bowl. So one of my favorite places, the Winchester Mystery House, flew me up there to do a prediction of who's going to win the Super Bowl from the perspective of the spirits at the house, which is funny because I'm really not a prediction psychic. My witch side completely overrides and overshadows my psychic side. It's like, this is what it says in the cards or in the thing, but we could change that. You know, nothing's written in stone. We can negotiate with fate, because that's what witches do. But it was really fun, and doing news things and reporters things and very sports oriented things, which is out of our regular magical mystical market. So it was great. And plus being at the Winchester Mystery House, which is one of my favorite places. It's so beautiful and so weird. And, you know, I would be lost in the halls forever if somebody wasn't there to lead me out. I love that.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about it? Because I've always been intrigued by the Winchester house. Like, I know that they've got stairs going to nowhere, and yeah.
Yeah, it's she built for like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for like 37 years. Because a psychic had told her, she was a spiritual, had that she would be cursed by everybody who had died by her husband, William Winchester's guns. That's where she was the heiress to the gun fortune. And the psychic told her to keep building. So she kept building. She had different contractors, different builders. None of them worked together. I think spirits told her. So there literally is staircases that just go to the ceiling. It just stopped. There is windows on the floor, doors on the ceiling. There's over 1,000 windows. There's over 160 rooms. You really, it's amazed that you could get in it and not find your way out for days. And at the same time, it's beautiful carved wood, the detail work, the best of the best, and antiques and all that whole Victorian style. You just want to melt into every corner, the beauty and the art. And then again, the door on the floor and this window on the ceiling. It's wild. And we did a seance in the double dining room is there. And we were up in the witch's cap, which is one of like the turrets, to do some reading for some sports people. And then we did it in another kind of seance room, the whole prediction event. So it was a fun day running back and forth between San Francisco and San Jose.
Very cool.
Everybody having, Super Bowl fever. The house is just, I highly recommend if you just like interesting history and interesting houses and buildings and things from the Victorian age, you got to check it out. I was there, last time I was there was several months ago. Now we did an episode of Ghost Adventures where we actually conjured Harry Houdini.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, he spent a month because he always wanted to debunk, because he was the other kind of magician and he always wanted to debunk psychics, but on his deathbed he didn't. He spent a month there, and then after that he really never tried to debunk anything, stay there. And on his deathbed he told his wife to contact him. So we, on our Ghost Adventures, we had Harry Houdini's last known surviving blood relative, this beautiful man they brought in from Arizona, and who's beautiful and spiritual and magical and meditates. He's like, yeah, I talk to my Uncle Terry every day.
That's fun.
Doing around the seance table, and I was with Christian Day, who's also a known witch, warlock, pagan, and Aaron on the team actually captured like electricity coming out of Christian's hands all through the room, exactly what we were seeing. He caught it on a Polaroid. So that was so much fun. The time before that, I was there doing, again, just magical things happen at the Winchester, because there's most of the time for media, you have to go to the darkest of places, the insane asylum, the prison, the serial killers. There's happy ghosts dancing from the chandeliers, and everybody who had the times of their lives there, even the workers and the workers' families who live there. Right. So it's, again, just like it's have a happy haunted doll, not an evil haunted doll. Go to a happy haunted Winchester Mystery House, and they do haunted tours. They do flashlight tours at night. They feed into that beautifully. We're going to plan me to do, because of the book, a haunted doll tea party there. Ooh, how fun is that?
That would be very cool.
No place better to have a tea party than that. They've got the china and the table. Yeah.
That is really cool. So what do you think is like the scariest haunted house that you've been to?
Honestly, I think this, and I've traveled the world doing this for years, is right here in LA where I live, the Cecil Hotel. It is so dark. It is so evil. I've probably spent more time there than anybody, because I did a 2-part Ghost Adventures. I did a 4-part with Elton and Matt Rife. I did a CW show not long after. I bribed my own way in with money. Don't tell anybody. It was built and the Depression hit, and it's been a place of sorrow and failure and sadness and depression the whole time. oh, it's been a flop house. So drugs and alcohol, everything that creates the dark and negative. I had not been there, and I remember Zach had called me for Ghost Adventures. He said, Patti, we're going to be in LA in a couple of weeks. We need you. So, okay. I didn't hear from him a couple of weeks later. It's like, can you get here in 2 hours? I'm like, 2 hours? I'm a girl. Can I be here? Yes. And I don't, he told me it was the Cecil. He said it was downtown, but I didn't look it up. But he said Skid Row, funky. And I get there and I kind of saw the water tower. And that's where the girl was like found after 3 weeks floating in the water tower.
I thought that was it.
Remember. I didn't remember all the other, how many people thrown out of windows, serial killers. I didn't remember any of that. But just walking up, with every step I took, I got more and more sad and depressed and hopeless. So much. And again, it is kind of Skid Row. A rat didn't want to let me through. I'm like, rats usually, they scare you, they scurry away. This scurried me. I go left and the rat goes left and I go right. It's like, are you trying to protect me? Are you haunted? I don't know. But every step I took, by the time I got to the front door, I was just hopeless. And the door opened and there is Zach and the guys, and they had been there for hours. They were fine. They had their cameras strapped on. They're going, okay, Patti, there's 700 rooms. There's 14 floors. They're all open and unlocked. Where do we go? And I'm just like, I want to die. So I let them go into the elevator and I'm like, oh, this is that elevator, the one where she played that Korean elevator, in a paranoid way. I led them, I pushed a button, I took them up to a room, and I'm like, I've got to get out of here. And I'm just like, I got it. And I walk up to a window and I'm opening the window. I'm just like, Zach starts yelling at me. He's like, what are you doing? Close the window, sit down, Patti. And I'm in a dream state. I'm in a trance. So it's like that dream you don't remember. I'm like, in my trance state, I'm like, why is he yelling at me? Zach doesn't yell at me. I just got to get out of here. He finally got me to sit down. Out of all 700 rooms, I led them to the room. Somebody had jumped out of that exact window.
Wow.
And he opening a full-size window, doesn't even have a screen on it, going, I got to get out of here.
Wow.
He led me out of that room, and then he led me to another room. And I'm like, I felt I was just hopeless, being attacked. I'm holding myself like an 8-year-old who's got to pee. And he's like, where are you being attacked? And again, the part of me that I kept conscious, Patti, knowing you are on international TV, going, how do you say that body part on television? And I'm like, I don't know what I said, lady parts or female parts. I had led them, my second room, right to a room where a woman had been like raped and murdered who had lived there. And just like, hi. So we got that place. Every room you walk by has a different horrible feeling and story of hopelessness and depression and sadness and pain. I went back again. The next time I went back was with Elton and Matt and the whole team. And I thought I was just channeling, because I channel, and I was talking in the hall. I do rock. I was rocking, but so violently, somebody had to put their hand on my head. I'm rocking, and I thought I was just jabbering away, talking. Didn't know what I was saying, but I never do. But all they heard was gibberish. But Corey, one of the guys who I work with, all of them, he goes, we should play that backwards. They played it backwards. I was actually speaking English backwards.
Wow, weird.
I couldn't do that if you paid me $1 million. I'm so non-dyslexic. I could probably spell Patti backwards. Negri, I'm not sure. You have to spell it out. To speak backwards, you couldn't. And they just pure spirit. So that place is great. And now the last few years, and very unsuccessfully, they're trying to move in homeless, unsheltered people. Great concept. Downtown, there's hundreds of people without homes, 700 empty rooms, but it needs to be cleansed. Mm-hmm. When I was there a while back, only 30 some people had moved in, because even homeless people would rather be on the street than in a place that made you so sad and miserable.
We can't blame them for
now
that.
I don't know what they're trying to do. And the people that had moved in, ambulances are pulling up every day. It's so sad. If it makes somebody who's me, relative sane and well balanced, want to die or kill yourself, what is it doing to these poor people moving in, who so many have mental issues, alcoholism, drug thing. That's almost everybody who's moving in, even if it's just PTSD from being on the street. It's spooky. I would love to gather every healer, priest, rabbi, shaman, medicine person, Reiki master, and hold hands around the building, call everybody in the middle of the night to clear it, because it needs something. And I don't think one person can do it.
Do you think that it could be cleared eventually if there was enough people in the right kind of energy?
If there was enough people in the right kind of energy, and I think it would be the right kind of, come from every high vibrational belief system, because the mess is every belief system that's there, from the foreigners and the travelers and the immigrants. I think something that's taken over there is so much bigger than the sum of all its parts, some big egregore almost. And I do not use this word lightly, demonic. I think 99% of what people think is demonic is just cranky ghosts. But I mean, I might go there with the Cecil or something so egregore, something so negative, bigger than all its parts. I think you would need to pull from every belief system, every magical realm to make it the power in numbers.
Yeah. Right. So when you go to these haunted places and do your investigations at different places, do you protect yourself before you go into them?
Always, yes, yes. Everything. I work with sigils and symbols and oils and things, and I always remember to cut the biggest portal on our body, which so many people don't know, is on the back of your neck, right where your head and neck go together. Close that down unless you're purposely channeling, and then be very careful what you're doing. You want your third eye open, 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 so you can see and sense and recognize. You want this closed. That is why when we pray, we bow our head to open that up for God, for spirit. But if you're in Richard Ramirez's, the serial killer's room, maybe you don't want that open. You know, put some oil on, olive oil, or just you with your fingers shut down this portal that you don't want anything getting in without your permission or knowledge.
Yeah.
Right.
But I Helm of Awe, that sigil, the 8-sided cross, it's a rune, is my favorite go-to. I have jewelry with it on, or write it on a post-it, stick it in your pocket, stick it in your bra. But I work with stones and oils and herbs and everything I can.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is amazing.
And intent is the main thing. Or what you set it in, what can go, what can come, and what you want and how much, and then you leave, you say you are here and not coming with me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because you don't want to bring those home with you.
No.
You don't want to bring them home.
Because that's never a good thing.
Never a good thing.
Oh, that's amazing. I just find it so interesting, and I think it's so superb that you get to go to all these places and have all these different experiences, and then, bringing them to life in your books and things like that, and through these shows. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I'm grateful every single day. I say I'm the luckiest girl in the world every single day. And we created it, and everybody who's not liking your life out there, change it. We really have the power. We can't control everything. We know that, how tall we are with the situation we're in, but we got us there, and we can control how we deal with that situation, which controls what we do with it and where we go. So that's my real thing. What I do in life isn't about TV shows or conventions or the books, or I started my school, or I have my Paraflix streaming network now, or I have my podcast. My whole purpose really is just to remind people how powerful we are, to take your power back. The world has taken it away from us, trying to control. We take it back. We've given away our power to fear. We give away our power to limiting belief systems. We give away our power to other people. Take it back.
Take it back. That's a perfect thing for people to put in their toolbox of how to move forward with things. If there was anything else you could offer for people to put into their toolbox to have with them, what would be something that you would suggest to them?
I think the best thing is get in touch with your nature side. We're out of balance right now. Whether you live in New York City or Chicago, the world is out of balance. We know that now. There's not any solid ground. It's just crazy. Look at whatever your belief systems are, and we're all out of balance. So that's causing chaos. And the best thing to balance us back without having to take every kind of, depression meds. And everybody I know is on meds. It's like, you don't need it.
Yeah.
No, I'm an elemental witch. I put everything into air, fire, water, earth. Because that's we are human, whatever we are. If we're half human, we're witch human, we're angel human, we're alien human, whatever we want to call ourselves, half breeds. We're at the right or not, we're in this corporeal body on this planet run by gravity. Mother Earth has everything we need. So if we use a basic elemental calendar, air, fire, water, earth, our earth is who we are. It's in the dark. It's our persona. Oh, that's Barb. Oh, this is how we are. It's our home, our way of being. They're funny, they're sweet, they're nice. Earth. Our fire is our passion, creativity, love, everything that gets us going, our heart beating, who we are and what drives us, north and south, who we are, what drives us. Where we get off balance is west and east, like an airplane or a ship going sideways. West in an elemental compass is water. It's our emotions. Yeah. Water is 70% of our body. That water has to flow, not be stuffed down, ignored, buried within it. And air is our thought process. It's our words, it's our thinking, it's our focus. So who we are and what drives us, and our emotions and our thoughts. What do we get off balance more than anything else? Our emotions and our thoughts. Water and air. What do we need more than anything to survive more than a few minutes or a few days? Water and air. So if I'm a big believer of mind, body, spirit philosophy, right? There's 20,000 books written. Even my old world magic, mind, body will never surpass our belief system. You have to have your mindset. If you don't think you could do it, you're not going to be able to do it. If you think you could climb that mountain, that's the people who do it. Mind, body, you got to get off the couch and take action. Spirit is a less tangible that people don't really understand, but that's the battery that makes it happen. You can get the spirit battery, you could get through your faith. Go to church, go to temple, go to your altar and pray. You could do it all the new age ways. Vision boards, affirmations, all those you could do what I would do, herbs and oils and spells and candles. Oh my. But everybody here could look at everything that they've accomplished in their life. You could believe you could do it and that you deserved it. Mind, body, you've taken off the couch and taken some action towards it. And spirit, you've had the faith or magic behind it. So if we are sitting here, earth and being elemental, air, fire, water, earth, the next time you're not as happy as you should be, we should all be happy. If you're watching this podcast, you're happy and a person living your life, we're alive. We should all be the happiest person in the world. So if not as happy as you want to be, or maybe you're not being as productive as you want to be for whatever reason, or equally important, not as conscious. We don't want to be phoned in, by rote, automatic pilot, asleep at the wheel. That's the zombies the world has turned us into. So if you're not as happy or productive or awake as you want to be, go, which element is it? Is it my emotions? Somebody flipped me off. I got in a fight. That's your water element. You need water. Running water. Think how good you feel after every shower, right? Running water, just like aspirin takes away a headache, whether you realize it or not. Running water releases excess emotion, whatever it is, whether you're holding it inside, seething, or screaming out the window. So you're angsty, you're angry, you're understandably white. Walk up to the sink, turn it on. Mind, with this water, I'm going to release it. Run your hands, body underwater for 30 seconds. The water itself is like for the aspirin for the headache. Within 30 seconds, you've healthfully released whatever excess emotion that you have without holding it in your jaw or holding it in your belly. That easy. And with air, the other one, it's because we all get chatty and nobody breathes well. It's completely, we're always in a hurry. We went through 2 years of wearing masks. Now we're in a hurry. We breathe shallow. We hold our breath. Catch yourself. That's going to cause chatty breath, a chatty brain and foggy brain. We all get chatty brain. So again, maybe you have an important podcast to do. You're doing Daughters of the Moon, or you're a work conversation and you want to be clear. Breath. And I add vowels to make it really fast. I mean, I do a lot of hecker work. Every vowel, every consonant we make has an effect on us. That's why we'll do rhyming or chanting or hymns in church. Vowels, without giving you a whole lesson, that vowels clear the head. Any vowel will open that up. Think about it. Almost every sacred word is a vowel. Amen. Om. Native American, hey, East Indian, opens up. So if you like, okay, shut up, Patty, shut up. I've got to go do Daughters of the Moon. Whether you're talking to your brain cells or you're talking to God or the element of air itself with this 30 seconds of deep breathing, 30 seconds of vowels, I need to bring in the focus and clarity of the air element. Ah, or om, or E-I-E-I-O. Your dog, within 30 seconds, the chatter stops, the fog lifts, and the clarity comes in. That easy. Those two I've seen be game changers for 100 people. And literally, not that I'm saying no, don't take your medicine. I've seen them get off medicine just getting in balance with themselves.
Yeah.
Get out. If you can, take a walk, hug a tree, hug a tree. If you can't hug a tree, again, if that's for earth, you're not feeling grounded and you can't hug a tree or get out on grass, grab a number 2 pencil. This still has the spirit of that tree or your crystal or you're wearing around your head. Hold on to it. You can ground it. If I feel like a warm blanket. And for fire, dance around a bonfire. But we can't do that most of the time, or you light a candle. The hecka, the sound magic for fire is actually Z. Zzz. That's the lightning strike, the dragon stripe. So it's like when we have too much fire, we're angsty, we're agitated, we're argumentative. We don't want too much fire. And when we have too little fire, we're lethargic and tired and uninspired. So either way you want to balance out. And if you can't get your fire going, that 30 seconds of intent, whether that you're talking to the Holy Spirit, whether you're talking to the breath of a dragon, Pele volcano, whatever that, the beating of heart, 30 seconds of zzz, all of a sudden, and 30 seconds is a long time. That was like 2 seconds, but 30 seconds, you'll feel the tingling in the base of your spine. It'll start to rise up your spinal cord and you'll have the fire, passion, creativity, energy, whatever it is you need to balance out your fire. And when we get unbalanced, everything else is easy. Whatever it is we're doing or saying or thinking or moving. So again, that's that's the reason I made my Old World Magic for the Modern World book, is that little 30-second simple that I've seen it work over and over and again. So that would be my number 1. And my number 2 would be follow moon cycles. You don't have, I love astrology, but it's too much math for me. But you know, if you just follow, we just had this beautiful full moon, and the full moon, get out there. Number 1 being gratitude. Number 2, ask for what you want. Every belief system says we're supposed to ask. The 2 weeks the moon is waning, when you wake up in the morning going, let me release something that's not serving me. Whether it's like, I'm going to eat less carbs, or I'm going to not be so, hard on myself, whatever that is. It'll be 10 times easier during that 2 weeks of the waning moon. When you get down to the dark moon, the new moon, go inside, take stock. What do you want now? Not what did you want last month? Not what does the world want for you? And then the next day, the 2 weeks, the moon is waxing or getting bigger. You wake up and the moon's waxing. I'm going to add something into my life. Maybe it's more vegetables. Maybe it's more walks in the park. Maybe it's more lunch with your girlfriends. But no matter where you start tapping into, again, that 70% water body of ours, early man knew it. All of a sudden, the good stuff in your life gets better, easier with that grace and ease of the moon. The not good or bad, but what's no longer serving you falls away with that same grace and ease of the moon. That easy, free, takes 30 seconds. Anybody can do it anywhere, just like those 30-second exercises. Those are my 2 life hacks. I have them from the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to sleep. But those are my 2 that I've seen just continual success.
That's amazing.
We have the power. That's a part of your take your power back.
That's amazing. Can you tell everybody where they can find you?
Yes, everywhere. No, PattiNegri.com. I do travel. PattiNegri.com. From there, you could see my tour. I tour the country and beyond. I'm probably coming to you to do a live convention or a thing. But also you could get to my pet podcast, The Witching Hour, which I've been my 6th year now, haven't missed a week yet, with beautiful guests. Or you can get to my Paraflix network, or you can get to my school where I teach this stuff at the University Magicus, which when I started the school also about 6 years ago, I'm like, I'd see these TV mediums that were charging thousands and thousands of dollars. I went, I couldn't have afforded that. So my classes are $20 or less.
Wow, good for you.
I teach mediumship, psychic development, spell casting, past lives. I have 20 teachers now all over the world. I have a guy in Italy teaching Italian magic, a guy in Brazil teaching Brazilian magic, people in England, and I'm so proud of it. It's my labor of love. So that pretty much people can afford it who want to, because it's $20 or less. If you come regularly, it gets down to like $10.
Nice.
But from Patti Negri, plus you can get to, please follow me on my social media. My legit ones you can get to, Patti.Negri on Instagram, Patti Negri Psychic Medium, because there's sadly so few fakes out there who try to take your money, and it's not me. So yeah, PattiNegri.com. Please like me, follow me, sign up for my newsletter. I send out discounts and things. I don't send them too often.
Wonderful. Well, we so appreciate you having
Yeah.
you on the show. You've got such great energy, and that was just so much fun and so cool. I loved it. So
Well, thank you for having me on. You guys are great. Keep up the good work that you guys do. I love it that it's a mother-daughter team. I love it the magic you to the world. So thank you.
Thank you. Right
thank
back
you.
at you.
Yeah.
Thank you so
And
much. We have fun with it.
we do.
We have
It
fun with
shows. It shows.
Well, thank you. And it was a pleasure having you on, and everybody else, we will see you on the next
it.
one.
You bet. Thank you.
Thank you.